Welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Today, let's talk on capitalizing agility to win the digital banking competition. For every bank in today's age, digital transformation has become a Herculean task, being saturated with technology. Traditional banks and lenders are now required to embrace unpredictability, maintain agility, and digitize to the core. This signifies the need for a new approach to banking. The digital landscape we once knew is dead, and the traditional roles of PR and marketing professionals have been left in the dust. New challenges have made us constantly adapt and survive in order to thrive in our changing environments. The cloud and the increasingly complex ecosystems are significant today, especially as banks begin to transform and recognize the importance of partnerships with other banks, old or new. We are hearing new technologies like neobanking, Branch X, and many more new things that are coming up. There are commonalities between all banks, but the real question here is what makes banks successful? The coronavirus pandemic, which has been wreaking havoc on a global scale, came along as the harbinger of tough times for both big and small organizations all over the world. Amid these extreme times, many companies had to lay off their employees, pull back their marketing spends, and even choose to wind up. At these difficult times, the cyber criminals are leaving no stone unturned to take undue advantage of this pandemic. Their arena of attacks from enterprises and businesses have slowly burgeoned into the healthcare sector. Let's look into the headlines in VARINDIA. Gadkari bans Chinese companies from highway projects. India will not allow Chinese companies to participate in highway projects, including those through joint ventures, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari said on Wednesday amid border standoff with China. He further said the government will ensure that Chinese investors are not entertained in various sectors like micro, small and medium enterprises. Russian gets 9-year jail for running online shop of stolen credit cards. Alexei Yorovich Barkov was pleaded guilty by the United States Federal District Court and has finally sentenced a Russian hacker to 9 years in federal prison after he pleaded guilty of running 2 illegal websites devoted to facilitating payment card fraud, computer hacking and other crimes. US buys whole stock worldwide of COVID-19 drug Remdesivir. As the US has crossed the COVID-19 cases to 3 million mark and it has brought up all the stocks for the next 3 months of Remdesivir, one of the 2 drugs being proven to work against COVID-19 patients. In a deal brokered with the drug's sole manufacturer, Gilead Sciences Inc., the US Department of Health and Human Services was able to secure more than 5 lakh treatment courses. Ban on Chinese apps is an opportunity for Made in India apps, says Ravi Shankar Prasad. The ban on Chinese apps is a great opportunity to build and promote Made in India apps, which will be in the line with the government's clarion call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, said Union Minister for Electronics and IT, Law and Justice Ravi Shankar Prasad. Finally, BSNL scraps 4G upgradation and expansion tender. Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited had cancelled the tender for the 4G network upgradation and expansion after the government recently barred state-run telcos from sourcing equipments from Chinese players Huawei and ZTE. Zetwork raises $21 million Series C round at $243 million valuation. Zetwork, a company connecting buyers and suppliers for manufacturing jobs, has secured Rs 156.4 crores in a Series C funding round led by its existing backers Green Oaks Capital and Axel Partners. It partners with offline suppliers who are engaged in fabrication, machining, casting, forging and galvanizing of machine parts. India-China border tension and US redeployment in Asia. India is engaging in military and diplomatic level talks with China to resolve the standoff at Ladakh. While both countries have tried to downplay the standoff and de-escalate the ongoing tension at the Himalayan border, the US has decided to recalibrate its defense commitments to counter emerging threats from China in the Southeast region. Carlyle to buy 25% of Bharti Airtel's data center business. The US-based Carlyle Group invests $235 million, that is rupees 1,774 crores, for approximately 25% stake in Nextra Data Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of Bharti Airtel engaged in the data center business. The post-money enterprise valuation of Nextra is to be approximately $1.2 billion after completion of the transaction and Airtel continuing to hold the remaining stake of 75% approximately, Bharti Airtel informed in the regulatory filing. Haldia Pharmaceuticals acquired Lumus Technology for $2.7 billion. Haldia and the Roan Capital have jointly acquired Texas-based Lumus Technology for an enterprise value of $2.725 billion, that is rupees 20,592 crores. It provides engineering and construction for the energy industry in a bid to exit bankruptcy. Facebook strengthens its leadership team with 3 new faces. Facebook has appointed Francis Jose, Manohar Hotchandani and Paras Sharma to its growing partnership team in India. With extensive experience in technology, telecom, media and entertainment, these new leaders will help lead strategic partnerships and initiatives to support Facebook's continued growth in India, with an overall aim for driving better value for business partners. Finally, the cyber attackers have become cognizant of the fact that dependence on the hospitals will rise in the due course of the pandemic. The healthcare industry has transitioned to a paperless process and has embraced the use of advanced technology, that is, using software for maintaining patients' profiles, storing healthcare data in the cloud, advanced medical devices. But apart from the convenience that it brings on the table, the aspect of safeguarding the vital data of patients remains neglected. COVID Watch. The COVID cases in India has crossed the 6 lakhs mark on Wednesday, just 5 days after the country had reached the 500,000 mark. The number of coronavirus cases in the country stood at 6 lakhs 5,068, with the fresh cases breached the 19,000 mark once again, with 19,684 patients testing positive for the virus and the death toll at 17,831. India on Wednesday recorded the biggest one-day increase in coronavirus deaths, with 507 new casualties reported. To conclude, ransomware is on the rise, only this time attackers seem to be more targeted. With a plethora of multifaceted approaches and tactics lined up in its belt, ransomware can affect any organization at any time. Keep your personal and company data from the breaches. No organization wants to deal with it. Not only it is expensive, but it can also have long-term effects. Our survey finds that many large organizations with significant security controls in place are still falling prey to ransomware. There is a scramble to make businesses more secure and a drive to keep the sensitive information of employees and clients alike under greater protection. Apart from sending malicious emails to medical practitioners, hacking patients' data for ransom, luring hospitals to click on fake offers for buying medical equipments in bulk, the cyber attackers have found a novel way by madjacking, that is, manipulating the medical devices and instruments to show faulty results leading to wrong prescription. These devices don't usually come with built-in security systems, so they become the prime target for hackers, thus maligning the reputation of an equipment manufacturer and gives easy access to hospitals' network. Ever since the pandemic has struck humans, there have been numerous deaths, but hacking and manipulating the hospital software and medical devices paints a sorry picture of us human beings, the opportunists, to earn money. Let's wind up for the day, but do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. Please download the VARINDIA app for the latest news and updates, which is available on Google Play Store. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.